Our first performer tonight is Beca Grimm. This is the bio I've been provided for Beca. Becca's main squeeze is editing at Creative Loafing, but she still creeps, contributing writing to places like Vice, Nylon, and others. She is an expert in silk loungewear and social naps. And her cat's name is Kevin. She felt that was important to include. And on vocals, we're gonna have Nicole Moody Hart and Emily Decker. So without any further ado, Beca Grimm!
Second of loneliness, and we've been through so many things. I love my man with all honesty, and I know he's cheating on me. I look him in his eyes, but all he tells me is lies to keep me near. I'll never leave him now.
It's so fun to revisit songs you loved as a child when you're an adult. Young lizard brains cook up some super weird, misguided meanings. It's because we didn't understand the world yet. I explicitly remember Lauren Cottle on the school bus explaining Coolio's 1, 2, 3, 4. To refresh your memory, the chorus goes, gotta get up to get down, gotta get up to get down. She told me, it's sex stuff. They're doing sex, but the phone keeps ringing, so they have to keep stopping. It seemed acceptable at the time, but later you think about it, and who calls anymore? I didn't really get TLC's Creep when it came out either. I took it as an empowering girl song. You know, there was horns, silk pajamas, that dance I won't attempt up here. Have you ever listened to the lyrics though? It's about a woman who knows her partner is sleeping with other women. So she low-key flirts, or creeps, only because she needs some affection, but she'd never go astray. That isn't an anthem, that's a bummer. But the horns and the video. TLC redefined 1990s era sexy by ditching tight miniskirts, opting for loungewear. Thanks. It's a great idea and a fun song, despite problematic infidelity references. Since Creep was released as a single in January 1995, the term has taken on a different colloquial meaning. In 2016, Creep means to aggressively research and pine after hot people. An art I've been perfecting ever since. A few years after the song's release, I enrolled in a hippie summer camp, where I discovered my first capital C crush. JD looked like Zach Hansen, did sports, ate more pizza than any 11-year-old I knew. As if a dreamier creature existed. He defaulted to the jock crowd, throwing balls in the sun, while I hid indoors writing nail polish reviews and, some haikus about him or whatever. During the school year, I wouldn't sweat him too much, but at camp, oh man, I creeped. Yeah, I creeped, but not on the down low. It was the 1990s, so I had to go analog in my research. I mined fellow campers for pertinent info, like his favorite pizza topping, pepperoni, and sport, soccer. Through careful observation, I also learned that he knew all the English words to Ricky Martin's Cup of Life. But despite 2 summers together, we never talked. A few dummy friends suggested I try talking to him, but instead I plotted the carpeted walls of the roller rink during some field trips while gazing at his blonde form zipping around like a mighty duck. But in Florida, so not quite. Our final rink visit, though, one extra shitty friend made a request for Jennifer Lopez's If You Had My Love, in my name, dedicated to JD. Bitch. I was mortified. It made no sense. He already had my love. Plus, just wasn't my style. Like, even at 10, I was on that red light special shit, okay? Boarding the bus afterward, I passed JD. Hey, he said, flipping a golden strand from his face. Instead of responding like a human, I opted for the ill-adjusted goblin route. Ran to the back to sit with my shitty J-Lo friend. When we finally returned to camp, my confidant, Miss Berkeley, who helped run the camp, pulled me aside. Here, she said, thrusting a wad of green plaid fabric in my T-Rex hooks. Tucked in the pocket via a name tag sticker was validation. This was JD's shirt. He was skating so hard he must have gotten overheated and took it off, apparently forgetting it. I told this story to a friend recently who asked, so she gave his shirt to you to give back to him so you two could finally talk. Yeah, in the 17 years since this happened, I had never considered that possibility. Shirt as a contraband souvenir of my unrequited love. Camp ended, but his pizza-smelling shirt lived on. For the next year or so, I'd wear alone in my bedroom in lieu of silk pajamas, practicing important dance moves in a full-length mirror, wondering where he was and if pepperoni was still his favorite. Since I last saw JD, I've honed my creeping techniques. I'm a reporter, professionally, so researching is my job. Plus, early exposure to instant messaging grew me to be pretty tech-savvy with the internet and, like, Tinder. Hey, Chris. Connor. Josh. I'll wrap this by sharing some helpful tips for creeping bays and getting them to notice / date you. Sup, Josh? 1. Tinder only lists first names, but they also list mutual Facebook friends. To find more info about a babe on there, just look up the mutual friend and search the babe's first name in their friend list. Boom. You got a last name, and with that, your research project got a whole lot easier. 2. Lots of people shy away from LinkedIn since the network shows users recent visitors. Here's how you stick out to your crush. Y'all ready? Visit their LinkedIn profile. Be bold. Be interested in their career. Additionally, if you're already connected, endorse the fuck out of them. Start with skills they list. It's best to do this little by little, kind of like an allowance over time. But after about a month, I say start adding your own sassy suggestions. Some ideas: snuggling, pure bar, knife skills. Guessing is actually encouraged because guess what? Hot people love creativity. 3. Locate their Instagram and, after reviewing recent uploads, scroll until you run out of scrolling options. Find an unflattering selfie or a shot of a cat. Then like and unlike a minimum of 3 times. This shows your crush you find not only present day them hot and interesting, you find all iterations of them hot and interesting. But it isn't that easy, hence the like and unlike twist. It proves you're challenging and also mysterious. Finally, 4. When you're not really in a rush, you can kind of relax a little. Wait about 20 years, Find a Facebook profile, or high school boyfriends, and then send a friend request. Be ready to wait again, though, since your adventurous spirit and pristine memory can be intimidating. It's been about 2 weeks now, and sure, I feel confident any day now JD and I will be the best of Facebook friends. I'm waiting, JD.